Welcome back to Life with Liz. I hope you all had an amazing weekend. Today's video is a Thanksgiving 2020 cook with me, and I will be sharing quick and easy side dishes and desserts. There's 5 recipes in just one video. If you are new, please subscribe and make sure your bell notification is on because I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So let's get right into this Thanksgiving 2020 cook with me. Our first recipe is a broccoli cheddar rice casserole, which I will be doubling. We will start off by cooking the broccoli cheddar rice according to the package. And then while that's cooking, we will steam our 16 ounces of frozen broccoli in the microwave. Once that is done, I will add it to our cooked rice, and then we will add our 8-ounce bag of shredded cheddar cheese, followed up by adding our 2 cans of cream of chicken soup. Then we will just mix it up really good before we transfer over to our crock pot to keep it warm until our meal, and I just literally keep it on the warm setting. And that's it. It's so easy. And this meal also is awesome just to add chicken to, and it's a complete meal if you do that. So super great option for a quick and easy dinner as well. Our first dessert recipe in this video is chocolate pudding pie. It is literally the easiest dessert ever. Like, if you can't cook, make this because all you do is follow the instructions on the package. You can either buy 2 small instant chocolate puddings or you can buy the 1 bigger package, whichever your store has. But all you do is make it according to the package, and then you'll have your pudding. You literally put it in the pre-made pie crust. You can either get graham cracker or you could do the Oreo. Either way, you put it in that crust and that's it. You can top it with whipped cream. I like to do that right before serving though. You don't want it to like really sit on there the whole time. But the way to travel with it, and if you're going to make this ahead, always make sure you put the saran wrap over the finished pie and then put your lid on top, and you can just peel that right off and add your whipped cream on top. So that's it. It is so easy, so delicious, and everyone will think you know how to cook. For our second dessert, we are going to be making praline crack. And the reason it's called that is because literally you cannot stop eating it. It's so addictive. I make the regular Christmas crack version of this all the time, but this is my first time making the praline, and man, was it good. Like literally I could eat both actually. So we're just going to start it off by melting our stick of butter and our 1 cup of brown sugar. And then we are just going to line our baking sheet that is wrapped in foil with our graham crackers. However you can get them to fit on your pan works, but it just needs to definitely line the whole bottom part of it. So I am doing that right now while the butter and brown sugar is mixing. Then we will add some vanilla, about a tablespoon of vanilla, to the butter and sugar mixture. Let it get nice and bubbly before we pour it over the graham crackers. So I ended up having to make a second batch of the sugar, butter, vanilla mixture. But my tip is next time I'm going to add the pecans on about this step, because they were trying to fall off because they weren't stuck. So I think next time in between the batches of basically a toffee, then we will do that. And I think it'll help the pecans to stick to the graham cracker better. So you can see here, I'm adding on these pecans. We're gonna stick this bad boy into our preheated 350-degree oven for about 10 to 12 minutes. Then you let this cool in your fridge before breaking it into pieces like this picture. And it looks so good. So our next side dish is a cranberry Waldorf salad. Some people might also consider this dessert, but we're going with this as a side dish. You can really customize this however you want, but I am going to use these cranberries, about 1.5 cups worth, and then we will use about 2 cups of green grapes, and make sure they're seedless, as well as the purple grapes. And then I will just chop those up too, so they're just bite size. And then we will also chop up 1 apple and a cup of celery, and then we will give it a good mix. And we will add cran raisins. I chose that instead of separately doing the raisins and cranberries, which you're totally welcome to do, but I just chose to do the cran raisins, about 1 cup's worth, and about 1 cup of pecans. And you can also do walnuts instead of pecans, or whichever kind of nuts you want really, but I chose to use pecans because I was using them for another recipe anyways. And then we will add in about 4 tablespoons of sugar, and the reason we're doing that is because I doubled this recipe. So normally you do 1 to 2 tablespoons, but I'm going ahead and doing 4. And then we will do 2 cups of vanilla yogurt. And then you just store this all mixed up in your fridge for about 2 hours before you serve it. Or you can make this earlier in the day, too. So this is a really great, easy salad. It's mainly just washing your produce and chopping it up and mixing it all together. So super easy, and you will just love it. It's such a good salad. Our final recipe here is corn casserole, or you can call it cornbread casserole, corn pudding, whatever you want to call it. We started off here with 2 sticks of melted butter, and I just used it to kind of grease the rest of the pan too. And then you also want 2 cans of whole kernel corn and 2 cans of cream style corn, followed up with 2 cups of sour cream. Now I am doubling this recipe, so you can literally do half of everything that I say if you want to make less. But you just do the same thing. So we're doing all this, and then we will separately make our cornbread with 4 eggs, 2 boxes of Jiffy, mix it up, and we will add it to what we're mixing right now in this casserole dish. Then we'll just top it with cheese, and we will bake it at 375 for around 30 to 40 minutes. You'll just have to kind of keep an eye on it and make sure it's not browning. But as soon as it's done looking on the sides and everything, and it looks done in the middle, you'll be able to tell if you've ever made cornbread before. But anyhow, you will just do all that, and then once it is done, you just take it out, serve it up, and that's it. It's so easy, and it's really delicious. And I love adding the cheese on the top. Just, it's a little different, and cheese is good on everything. Thank you so much for watching my video today. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new, please subscribe. Also, come down in the comments and let me know what you're doing this Thanksgiving. I know it is a lot different for everyone with COVID, so let me know what you're up to, and I hope you all have an amazing holiday. Bye, guys.